All right, let's get started. So thank you again, everyone, for attending our Scale Your Success BBB marketing tools that drive growth. We have a decent amount to get through, so let's just jump right into it and start with an agenda. I'm going to introduce a little bit of background about BBB, the value of trust, and how accreditation adds trust to businesses. And then I'll hand it off to Joann to talk about some programs that BBB has to elevate your business even further, adding additional programs to your accreditation, managing your business profile, using the seal, and increasing your visibility with BBB. First off, I'm sure a lot of you know the BBB brand. It's been around for over 100 years now. We've been in Maryland since 1917, and our mission has been, to be the leader in advancing marketplace trust. Some of you might not know, though, that our service area is almost all of Maryland. It's everything in blue there. Every county from Western Maryland to the Eastern Shore, minus the southern 5 counties. There's a DC, Better Business Bureau. So we share Maryland with them as far as our service area goes. And what makes BBB of Greater Maryland a little different is we have this big national brand, but we work at a local level. So we serve millions of Marylanders as they search for trusted businesses, searching bbb.org for the sign of a better business. And we have a Baltimore-based team to do that. So we have an office right across the street from Camden Yards. This is a shot from a recent game that we went to. So what that allows us to do is it positions that national brand at a local level to better understand and respond to you guys and your needs. We frequently send surveys. How can we help you? What businesses in Maryland are experiencing is different than what businesses in California are experiencing. So that's what makes BBB different. And we're the only standards-based business association with products and services like accreditation. What I always like to do, this is one of my favorite slides, that wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man is not, it's not saying that you're a better business. That accreditation seal, that BBB logo is the sign of a better business. So that is another sort of differentiator for BBB and why, being an accredited business, being a member with BBB is different. Like I said, we like to survey our business owners to see where BBB can fit in to help, solve an issue, helps provide support, something that you might be facing in 2025. When we asked how can BBB help and what value do business owners that are already accredited, what do they see the value of accreditation as being? It's one of these 3 things, or some combination of the 3. And what we're going to touch on is sort of the top 2. BBB helps improve business owners' reputation, and it helps grow their business. So first, starting with how BBB can help improve your reputation. When we ask consumers, we also like to survey buyers, shoppers in the area. When we ask them what they see when they see the accredited business seal on a business's website or in their marketing collateral, is they see that business is providing quality services, that they're an honest business, that they have approval from BBB, and that they're reliable, that they'll respond when there's an issue. And again, back to business owners, when we ask, what do they get out of accreditation? 8 out of 10 consumers familiar with BBB are more likely to trust that business is, honest and ethical. 80% of consumers will choose an accredited business over a non-accredited business. So what you guys should be doing if you're already accredited is using that seal on everything. And I'll go through some easy examples. One is your website, social media, and email signatures. It's really easy to access. You log into your business account, download a code to install on your website. You can also use a picture file. If you need help with installing the seal on your website or your social media, you can email us and we can help you. It'll actually be me helping you install the seal. I can do it for you if you're comfortable. We really want you to, get full use of your accreditation. It really starts with using the seal on things like your website, on things like these billboards. Your business cards, you can include it on the back of those. Joann will go into the billboards a little bit more later. That's a bit of a teaser. We also provide seals as decals for your vehicles or your storefront. You have an accredited business certificate that we send out in the mail every year that you renew. You can also request additional decals if we didn't provide you enough for your fleet of vehicles or your multiple locations. And we want you to use the correct version of the seal. So the Google images, if you search for the seal, it's not where we want you to go. Go to bbb.org and log in to download your seal, or email us so that we can provide you the correct version. It's either black or blue, vertical or horizontal orientations. Google has some that are green and red, and as beautiful as those are not the trademark versions of the seal. All right, so moving on a little bit to improving your online presence. BBB offers that login is really where it all starts. It's easy to get there. It's at the top of every business page. It says business login. And what we want you to do is, of course, use the seal like I just said, but also customize your business profile. And what I've done is taken a screenshot of a business profile that's really well optimized. It has the business's logo. It has the business's sort of before and after photos or pictures of their fleet of vehicles. You can include a video. You can do a lot to customize this page. And I also put an arrow above the get a quote button now below the business name. This is an option only for accredited businesses. If a consumer is shopping for your services and they'd like to receive a quote from you, they can do so directly from the bbb.org website, your business profile. I kind of laid out again where to find the business login to do all of that customization. It's at the top of every single page on our website. Just click that link, business login. You'll need to create a login, just like creating a login for your bank or anything else that you've ever created a login for online. And then you have access to this landing page. We have links to download the seal. It's right there in the top left. Be More Visible shows you some examples of how to improve your search engine optimization. We have links to all the marketing solutions, the online trust monitors. I'm not going to go through all 12 of these because I'm going to elaborate here on this next slide. Oh, actually, first, focusing on get a quote specifically. Again, it's that top left arrow. When a customer clicks on that to request a quote or schedule an appointment with your business, they will be prompted with this form that allows them to include things like their zip code to make sure that they're in your service area. It also asks them a detailed description of what the customer is looking for, what needs to be done, how far along are you in the process. They can upload pictures to show exactly, what they need help with, on their home, or if they're moving, they can take a picture of all the boxes they need help moved. Whatever they need assistance with, they should be able to describe and show visuals of here in this get a quote form. I also want to highlight customer reviews. Our website used to be the complaints place, but we also have the ability to post positive customer reviews for businesses on our website, for business owners on their profiles, and there's a star rating associated with the customer reviews. So I really encourage you to drive traffic from your customers after you've completed a job. Send them a link to your customer review page on bbb.org and encourage them to leave a review. Brief outline of what these bullet points are. Every customer review that's submitted is reviewed by a team here in Baltimore. So it's not an automated, really, a process. There's a policy that customer reviews need to meet. There's an acceptance policy, and anonymous reviews are not accepted. So we have a good spam filter to prevent, reviews that are left by bots or, by the multiple reviews from the same IP address. Those kinds of things are flagged, and they do not meet the acceptance policy. So our customer reviews are different. We also have a great toolkit for helping you generate reviews. We have these logos you can embed in your email signature. You can put them on your website, and that customer review form on the right is what you can use to generate customer reviews on the bbb.org profile. You can also manage your reviews without having to wait for an email from us. You can log in and click on the business response portal. It's a link in that landing page that I just gave an overview of, so that you can actively monitor any activity, for complaints and reviews as they come in. And even when you get we want you to respond to your customer reviews. You have to respond to your customer complaints if you're an accredited business. And we definitely encourage you to respond to even positive reviews. Just saying a nice thank you goes a long way for customers as they're finding you on the website. I kind of went through like 6 things kind of quickly, so I'm going to pause. I don't have the chat window open, but Joann, did you see any questions come through on the chat?
But feel free to send some.
Nothing yet? All right, cool. All right. One of the newer offerings that we have, we launched it 2023, I believe, late 2023, is the Business Help Center. What this does is allows businesses to monitor their website and customer review traffic across 4 different business listing platforms. So why that's important? If your listing on Google has different phone number or a different address than your business listing on Yelp or on bbb.org, that inconsistent information can confuse customers, and it also impacts the way that you show up on Google. Your Google search result rankings are impacted by consistency across all business listing platforms. So we want to help you with your Google search engine optimization by notifying you if there's inconsistencies across these 4 platforms. We provide those notifications in the form of emails. They look kind of like these. They're emailed to you basically as soon as we find that there's an inconsistency across those platforms, and we provide tips on how to help you update those listings. We also have monitors for your website. So if your security certificate for your website has expired and there's no security for your checkout page, we will notify you to let you know that there's something that needs your attention. You can forward that notification to your website manager, or we also provide tips on how to solve the issue on your own. So security checking, we check for spelling errors, we check for broken links. All these things on your website really impact the trust that a customer has when they're viewing you online. If you don't know how to spell the word plumber and you're a plumber, and if there's a spelling error, the trust of a customer could be lost easily with something as small as that. So we actively monitor your website and notify you of any issues that could be easily resolved. All right, so this slide kind of just reiterates what I just said. Moving on to the next one. Actually, that kind of hands me off to Joann here. But again, I'll pause in case I went too fast on any of those things that come along with accreditation. Joann's going to get into some of the things you can add to your accreditation. Some of them come at additional fees, but the things that I just went through, all those are free with your base accreditation membership. And I don't see any in chat. I don't see any hands raised either. So I must be killing it right now. Joann.
Just a wealth of information, Clay. All right, so I'm up. Thank you, Clay. So Clay, as Clay said, he went over all of the tools that are available to help you with your business that are included with your BBB accreditation. But my role at BBB is to work with our businesses on the marketing solutions that we have available exclusively to accredited businesses as an addition to further, give you some marketplace visibility and to co-brand you with BBB. So the first thing we're going to talk about is enhanced directory listings. So one of the things that is included in your accreditation is a listing in the BBB directory. So this is a place where consumers would go when they are pretty much ready to commit to hiring somebody either for a product or a service. Nobody goes to the BBB directory just to look around and see, how many waterproofers do I have in my area, or what's the rating on the veterinarian down the street. But they come here when they're ready to buy. They decide they know I need a roof, I need siding, I need a new vet for my pet, and they come here and they start looking for trustworthy businesses. So with your accreditation, you get placement on the directory, and you show up on the directory organically based on where the person that is searching lives in proximity to you. So I'll use Dan as an example, since I know Dan and where his business is. Dan is in Cumberland, which is far western Maryland, which is all the way at the end of pretty much where our service area ends. And I'm in Ellicott City in Howard County. And Dan sells life insurance. So I could be a customer of Dan's, but if I went on here to search for a life insurance company that I wanted to do business with, an organic listing, Dan would show up. Every one that sells life insurance between Ellicott City and Cumberland would show up before Dan does. But he's a trustworthy business, and he would happily do business with me in Ellicott City, but I wouldn't see him. Having a directory listing, a paid listing at the top of the directory, where you see it says add, and the sidebars would give you visibility regardless of where that person is searching. So wonderful for a business that does like more remote work, that could work anywhere. Or if you're in a business that is maybe a roofing company or a waterproofing company or siding company that would work outside of your county, you'd have visibility on this as well. Next slide. The other thing that we do is Google display ads, and many of you are probably saying, I don't know what a Google display ad is, but you do, and you see them all the time. Those are the ads that pop up on sites when you're really not even looking for them. An example would be, as soon as the weather starts getting nice and you start maybe thinking, I might need to replace my grill, or maybe I could fix my grill. So you start Googling, how to fix a burner on a grill, what's the best grill to buy, how expensive are grills. Well, Google picks up your behavior and says, I think Joann is in the market for a grill. So the next time I sign on to weather.com to check the weather, or ESPN to check the Orioles score, I'll start seeing Weber grill ads. So Google picked up my behavior and starts following, and ads that are part of their network start following me around. Same thing happens with the BBB ads. So we work with our one of our other BBBs that creates and manages the ad. They run across the Google network in the counties that you want to do business in. So they'll target your behavior, and then you'll start seeing these co-branded BBB ads. They're different than price-wise than if you would work with a marketing agency, and then a lot of marketing agencies will charge every time someone clicks this ad. Whoever's buying them will get charged, which could get costly depending on how much they're charging, depending on how many times it's clicked. Ours are different in that it's a flat monthly fee, and there's no contract with it, so you can change your ads, like the company that maybe does landscaping in the spring and snow removal in the fall can have the ads running all year, but have targeting different kinds of parts of their business. This is what an example of a Google ad would be. I'm assuming this is on ESPN, so your ad could be showing up when someone logs on to look for the score of the Ravens game or the Orioles game. They'll be able to see your ad. Next.
Yep, and actually I'm going to interrupt really briefly for a question from that was about the pricing for the sponsored ads in the directory. Joann, do you want to?
So those ads depend on placement, and it depends on really how crowded the category is. So if you're interested, Dara, you and I could talk offline. The rack rate price is anywhere between $1,750 and $4,000, depending on the placement. Like a top listing at the top of a very popular category might be $4,000 for the year. But we have a little bit of wiggle room on that, especially if you wanted to, do a bundle and bundle it with some other things. A lot of folks do the directory and Google ads because you're kind of touching both. You're touching people that have a high intent to buy on the directory, and with the Google ads, you're touching people that have an interest. They might not be 100% ready to buy. They're researching things, but they're starting to get your name recognition off of the BBB site. So you could also package things together for you. But I'd be happy to have a chat with you, Dara, if you want to reach out to do something out there. The other thing we offer is YouTube ad management. That's also our Ohio BBB. We create the ads for you, and those are the little videos that you see for maybe a minute before when you log on to YouTube. If you want to look for how to repair my garbage disposal, you'll always see a little ad beforehand, and those run just like the Google ad. The Google ads run. They'll target someone's behavior, and the ads that you see when you log on to YouTube will be the ones that are whatever you're interested in. That also is $300 a month, and there's no contract with that as well. Also offer some social media content creation. A lot of our businesses are smaller businesses, so don't have a marketing department, or maybe are not, savvy, myself included sometimes. So we'll help you with some content for you to post in social media and for us to market for you in social media. So we could create a Zoom interview that would be with Clay. You guys could go over some sort of content that would be related to your business and how it relates to one of our standards of trust. So once Clay creates the ad, we'll post it in social media. We'll give it to you to post in your own social media channels. We could do social media posts for you as well, just graphics highlighting some statements about your business or anything that are related to public. We also have a newsletter, 2 newsletters that go out every month. The newsletters go to accredited businesses as well as consumers. So sometimes you'd have the opportunity to put it in one or both, depending on your business, and you'd be able to do some advertising in those, and that goes out once a month. Just launched this program yesterday. It's a billboard. The billboards, digital billboards that you see when you're riding around town. They flip for they flip every minute or so, couple minutes, but they show businesses, and they're along the roadways in and around Baltimore. We have bought a week's worth of ads on 83 South. It's a north-facing billboard for folks that are coming down 83 South, and it's co-branded. The ads would look similar to this, if not like this. We're co-branded with BBB, and we'd be sharing that space with. We're having four businesses at a time running, so they run for a week, $750 for the week. So we have one spot available for our first flight that's happening in the beginning of March, but we certainly are planning on running them more frequently because we are also in the process of launching our marketplace. This is a place that's on our site where our businesses can offer a deal or promotion to not only their fellow accredited businesses, but to the public at large. Think of it kind of like as a digital value pack. So that is, we literally just started promoting it. So once we get a couple of businesses that we can make the page live, we'll be able to make it live. So that would be, that's a month to month as well. It's $100 a month, but if you'd like to, commit for the whole year, it's $1,000, but that would give you visibility on the marketplace. We'll promote your business in social media and the newsletter, just to kind of get awareness of your business as well as promoting our marketplace. We talked a lot about some digital advertising that we have, but BBB also hosts 3 events each year. The first one coming up is our annual Shred Day event. Some of you may have actually come as a consumer. We invite people and businesses to come. They could bring up to 3 bags of shred. We have Ari Mountain comes with some trucks, and we service everyone there for free by having them come and do on-site shredding of everyone's documents. This is for our goal to extinguish identity theft. So this goes on every year at the IKEA parking lot up in White Marsh and the Maryland State Fairgrounds. So there are sponsorships available for that. It's great for businesses that are very consumer facing, because we usually get about 1,400 cars come through at both locations. Not only do you get the promotion for the event, the top sponsors get some advertising through our relationship with WBAL promotes the event, but every single car that comes through, the people receive a goodie bag with sponsor logos, and the sponsors are able to put some promotional material into the bag. So that's a great event. It's a real, it's a feel-good event. It's a good mission.
I actually missed a question from Adam earlier about the newsletter. So he's asking, how do we get listed in the newsletter?
Well, it's not really a listing, but you could buy an ad that would go out to the newsletter, and that would come through me.
Contact Joann.
Digital newsletter. So next coming up in the summer is our golf tournament. We've done that every year for about 3 or 4 years now. That's going to be at Turf Valley, so there's sponsorship available to that. You could get a foursome to come. You could just get something as easy as a hole sign. Nice event to take clients. It's a nice event to do some team building. There's lots of networking. If you want to come on your own, or just come with the 2 friends, another friend will pair you up, so you get to meet some nice other business folks at the golf tournament. Our last event always happens in the fall, and that's our signature event. That's where we give out our awards, our Torch Awards. We're not sure if it's going to be in the evening or as a breakfast, as it has been in the last year or so, but that more to come on that. There's sponsorships available for that event as well, and those are always promoted to the business community, to the to anyone that wants. Yeah, because when are we doing the awards applications? Usually like late spring.
Yep, about April, very beginning of April.
So if you're a business that might want to apply, be sure to keep a lookout for that, because you can fill out an application to be considered for the award. Next, I think that's it. I think we might be at our questions slide. So is there you want to open it up for questions?
Yeah, let's do, if you want, I'm going to ask you to unmute. Don't have to if you don't want to. We went through a lot. So we started with how to use the seal, talked about the business profile page, how to customize it, why to customize it, customer reviews, a little bit about get a quote, and the trust monitors. So those are your things. That's your homework, is get your login, go look at those tools I just covered. Also contact Joann to learn a little bit more if you're interested about one of the things that she covered. And now is your time to ask questions if you have any. We left plenty of time. I know we slotted this for about an hour. just to be safe. This is our first one for the year. So we can stick around if you guys have questions.